Hey guys, I'm Jay DeMarco here, author of The Millionaire Fast Lane, and I'd like to first apologize for my so-called uniform. I'm heading to a softball game here in about 40 minutes, and I wanted to record this while it was still fresh in my mind. And it's a topic that is closely related to the law of affection. And the law of affection is in my book. It basically states that if you want to make millions, you're going to have to impact millions. Impact millions to make millions. And the law of affection also is closely tied together with the commandment of scale. So the example I want to bring in here is that of a personal trainer. A personal trainer goes to the gym and trains people one-on-one. And they usually are making a fixed dollar amount per hour. I'm going to say it's anywhere from $50 to $70 per hour. Now the thing here is, per hour is basically intrinsic value, where you're locked into a box. Intrinsic value is the value at which you can trade your time for money. So again, the personal trainer is put into this box. They're not going to go to the gym one day, look up at the schedule and say, wow, there's 30,000 people I have to train today. That's awesome. See, there's no scale in that business. So this conundrum, usually a personal trainer will try to fight that. And the way they'll fight it is they will start offering boot camps. And in a boot camp situation, they can train 50 to 100 people all at one time in a particular class. And those 50, 100 people each will pay a fee, $10, $20, $30. So in that situation, they break a little bit of that box of intrinsic value and get a little scale. But it's still not a scenario where they're going to create wealth quickly. It's not a scenario that's going to make them millions in a short period of time. So let's bring in an example here, a real-life example of someone who broke the box of intrinsic value, particularly in the fitness area, personal training, and that is of Tony Horton. Tony Horton is the founder of P90X. P90X is the most successful fitness program that is out there. It is sold on the internet, it is sold on late night TV, it is sold on infomercial. I see it everywhere. Now the beauty of P90X is Tony Horton created it after he was a trainer. He was a personal trainer, and he used to be a trainer to the stars. So his intrinsic value wasn't 60, 70 bucks an hour. It probably was $300, $400 an hour, but he still was in that box of intrinsic value. In fact, in an interview a couple years ago, Tony Horton said this, and it's regarding time. And notice how fast lane this is. He said, I had a nice little training business, training one-on-one. But the thing is, there's only so many hours in the day, so you're getting up at 5 in the morning and training people to 9 at night, barely having enough time to eat. Do you see the box of intrinsic value, how it keeps you confined in time? So let's enter P90X. P90X, a leverageable business asset, separate from Tony Horton himself. You have a leverageable business asset that was created, and that can be scaled to millions. Supposedly, P90X has sold over 3 million copies. 3 million. It retails, I think, for $100. So if Tony makes $10 per copy at 3 million, we're looking at $30 million. Do you think Tony Horton was going to be able to make $30 million training people at $200 an hour, $70 an hour? It's not possible because that box of intrinsic value. To get out of that box, you had to create a leverageable business asset that can be scaled. And the other thing about P90X, I want to make this clear here, is it is product centric. And by that I mean it works. People tell other people about it. People will write on their Facebook about P90. I mean, I can't go on any of my social networking sites without seeing something about P90X. Oh, this is great. Look at it. I look great. I lost all this weight. My friend's using it. It's everywhere. That makes the product viral and makes the exponential growth situation possible. So now with Tony, he has this leverageable business asset that has sold 30 million copies. Do you think he's still trading his time for money? He could be on the beach drinking one of those fat umbrella drinks with big pineapple, and he could be making money because he divorced himself from time and put it into an asset that was scalable. So that is something I wanted you to think about. Is your business or your job or whatever you're doing, are you confined in this intrinsic value box? How can you escape that box and put it into a leverageable asset that could be scaled? So think about that. I want to thank you for watching. I have a game to go play, so my name is MJ DeMarco, author of The Millionaire Fastlane. Have an awesome night.